Well, this has a nice ring to it. The FCC announced new steps today to block robocalls. Last month alone, nearly 5 billion robocalls were made in this country. That's about 15 calls for every American. Here's Mola Lenghi.
This is Susan with Credit Card Relief.
We've all gotten those pesky calls.
You will be taken under custody by the local cops.
From phone numbers you don't recognize and that never seem to stop. Last year, Americans were bombarded with nearly 48 billion unwanted calls. Today, Federal Communications Commissioner Ajit Pai proposed new tools to arm the phone companies.
We've authorized carriers to block robocalls from certain spoofed numbers. We've authorized the creation of a reassigned numbers database.
The FCC will now allow major phone carriers to use a technology to block unidentified or unwanted callers by default. Before, you had to opt into the feature. Consumers will also be able to opt in to receive calls only from phone numbers in their contacts list. CBS News technology contributor Nick Thompson.
Will this be effective?
This will help? Will it empty the ocean of robocalls? No.
New call blocking technology will be able to trace the call's origin. If it's suspicious, the carrier can block the call from going through. But experts say the technology has its limitations.
It's not clear if it can stop international robocalls. People who do robocalls are sophisticated and smart. They'll figure out some ways to get around it.
Well, this year, between 60 and 75 billion robocalls are expected to be made. That's up from nearly 48 billion last year. On June 6th, the FCC is scheduled to vote on whether to allow carriers to block those robocalls, John.
Mola Lenghi, thanks.